Everybody, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the State Palace Theater, great venue here in New Orleans for tonight's main event. 12 rounds among heavyweights between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Intentions. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, that Intentions, Holmes.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Touch gloves, come out fighting.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Excellent 1-2 by Bad Intentions. Halfway through round number one. A little defense turns to offense by Bad Intentions. This is great action right from the start. What an opening round between these two.
Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
Holmes' swelling is exactly what his opponent wanted to see. Here we go. Round two is underway. Blocks that punch. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good block there by Bad Intentions. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Nice block by Bad Intentions.
Halfway through round number 2.
Able to show you his blocking ability.
Keep moving around the ring. Use your feet.
Bad Intentions is able to avoid that punch. Good looking counter punch.
Back to the body.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
And keep working the body.
Nice block by Bad Intentions. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Guard your head. It's time.
Good looking counter punch. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. There it is! Bad Intentions is in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now. Keep busy.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. I like the way that jab is doubled up by Bad Intentions. Holmes' strategy has been to control things on the outside. And the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off stride, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
Holy cow! Bad Intentions is stunned and he is hurt. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
You gotta protect yourself.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark.
And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a nonstop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive.
Holmes' vision is being compromised here. That swelling around the eye is worsening as the fight continues.
Well, right now he has to use every advantage he can. You're right. He's at a disadvantage. So now he has to position himself in the ring, every inch of that ring, where he keeps his opponent in a place where he can't throw punches towards the bad eye, where he positions himself where the good eye is always in a place where it could be used.
Nice block by Bad Intentions. Lands the counter. Bad Intentions is gotta feel that right there. He was just tagged by a big uppercut. Good block by Bad Intentions. Great movement to get away from those punches. Missed the body shot. Protecting his head well with his guard. You know, he did a very nice job of finishing up that. He put the third punch in there and landed the combination. Holmes is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Excellent 1-2 by Bad Intentions. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. He missed with that headshot. Bad Intentions is really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Bad Intentions. He comes back with the left hand again. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see, because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Not able to land the headshot. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Bad Intentions. He's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek.
Keep moving.
And a smart counterpunch by Bad Intentions. 90 seconds to go here in this round. There it is! Bad Intentions is crushed by a right hand. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
A headshot blocked. Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. On the mark, the counter punch by Bad Intentions. Well, there he is on the outside, staying away from any danger, but still able to do what he wants.
Hey, Joe, so often we talk about the height, we talk about the length, but how about talking about patience? How about talking about discipline? He's using both those assets beautifully, staying on the outside, getting his kind of fight.
Off the mark. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Holmes' defense clearly carrying things right now for him, but what else should he be conscious of beyond just this good footwork we're seeing?
Well, the old times would say, hey, you're doing the hard part, you're making a miss. Do the fun part. Make sure he pays.
Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. Halfway through round 6. Good exchange. He fires back. Good job protecting himself. Holmes' cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Holmes is in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
Holmes is staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. Ten seconds remaining in this round. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Targeted counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Bad intentions. His training regimen probably didn't include much work defensively because he has been a sitting target all night long.
Yeah, he's just not moving his head. And you know, the problem when you try to block and you don't move your head, your opponent can put punches together and keep you defensive, your handcuff. But when you move your head, you create an opening. So your opponent throws a punch, he misses, he doesn't put him together. He's worried about something coming back. Right now, the opponent's not worried about anything coming back.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Punch by Bad Intentions. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway, and then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room, and at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down and you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Showing you some defense there with the block. Good double jab by Bad Intentions. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Holmes has got to find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened. And if it gets any worse, you got to think this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Holmes is leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
Is tagged by that powerful hook. Able to counter that attack. Holmes' jab is really becoming an effective tool here, especially with the distance that he's keeping away from his opponent.
He's doing a great job of using that stick, making sure that that jab's in his face, but then stepping out and setting traps, getting his opponent to reach in a little bit and then filling the hole.
Clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Bad Intentions. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Let's work on that cut. Don't worry about it. Something is not going to.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man, completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been.
Holmes is now fighting two opponents, the man opposite him and his eye swelling.
Yeah, but you can't panic, Joe. This is boxing. You know, this is not the opera. These things happen, and champions win under these conditions. So right now, believe it or not, strategy. You got to stay calm. And you got to start thinking, okay, it's this eye that's swollen. I'm going to keep the fight on the side of the ring where I can see with my good eye. You got to really think that clearly in these kind of conditions.
He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Off the mark there. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. And a smart counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Good block by Bad Intentions. And a smart counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Scores well to the belt line again. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecard. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
Up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Off target with that hook. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Able to show you his blocking ability. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. And there he counters back against his opponent. This is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. A headshot blocked. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. He goes down. Oh, it may be close here. Can he survive the round? He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Parries that punch intended for the head.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that. Keep it going. Get the compress.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Good block. Nothing there on the punch by Bad Intentions. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Able to dismiss it. Well-placed counter punch by Bad Intentions. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside as always with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know,
They do.
These guys,
They don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table, but great guys.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Good job staying away from the danger there. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Able to get rid of that one. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Wow, is he defensively sound. Good block by Bad Intentions. Well, that wraps it up. Now, let's send it up to our ring announcer for the decision.
Your winner, Bad Intentions,
Holmes is your winner by majority decision.
Very close fight, but more importantly, a satisfying fight for everybody, especially the fans.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in.